Hi and welcome back to our Okinawan Kempo YouTube channel featuring some techniques of Kiyojute Ryu. We're in the midst of a series looking at the different principles of our Kempo Bugei applied to three very common attacks: roundhouse punch, lunge punch, and a front kick. We did Nin last time, which brings us to Shin, or Shimpo Kempo Karatejutsu. Shimpo Kempo Karatejutsu. Again, if you look at the circle of our arts, you come to the dojo with Go, that's strength. We teach you to use it effectively. You refine that into Ju and learn to defeat your opponent by yielding. The Ju can become more harmonious and become Aiki, where you're actually borrowing from your attacker's energy. You can even go into Inyoho, where that blend is so perfect that the opposing forces basically join. All of that takes a lot of patience, and that's our ninjutsu that we were talking about last time. Developing these skills takes self-control. And self-control is really what we look at in our Shimpo. Mastering your body, controlling your emotions, controlling your mind, and the power development in Shimpo is very much based on Chinese models. You know, when you think about karate, it's very much a piston. You're doing big stance transition, you're doing big, powerful, linear movements. In Shimpo, we use an outer circular movement, an inner circular movement, or a splitting movement to develop power. And the idea is that at the crucial moment, I turn that circle into whatever counter I'm going to be using. Change that circle into a momentary strike. Change that split into almost slinging your joint, almost firing the weapon into place. And again, that takes remarkable self-control. The idea is that as I'm walking down the street, as I'm standing on the corner, and the attack comes, rather than in karate where we think about 1, 2, in Shin, I sense the attack and the counter is a 1. In Shin, I sense the attack and it's one movement, the block and the strike coming together in that sort of circular movement, and it all happens at once. Again, in all of these arts, not arguing that one is better, not arguing that one is superior, but exploring all the different ways that we can generate force. And this one specifically based on circles, based on Chinese animal ideas, and based on that whipping, that one-hit timing rather than 1-2 timing. So let's say I'm just here and the attacker's going to throw a roundhouse punch at my head. Again, I just snap into the movement. In this case, a leopard fist doing a reverse punch. Do that one more time. Not here and here, nothing wrong with that, but one, and snapping into the movement. Say I'm standing the other way and he tries to throw a lunge punch into my exposed ribs. Again, whipping into that movement using the block and the strike at the same time. It's just a different way, once again, to develop power. Finally, against a front kick, say I'm walking to the door, he throws the front kick, and all at once I use my dodge, I use my block to fire that kick into his lower gate. Not in a block counter way, though again, there's nothing wrong with that. You need that. But when the moment serves, being able to sort of skirt away and it all becomes a single move. Very, very rare in the Okinawan arts to see that kind of simultaneous block and attack. It's almost always the active hand, the passive hand. The active hand, the passive hand. And when we're developing our shin, we want to build that ability to snap in to whatever technique we're doing, to snap in to whatever technique we're doing, and the timing becomes a 1. Not because it's better, but because it's different. I will note, just on sort of a personal level, a gentleman I've trained with, and also one of my students here in Tennessee, who struggled to develop power in some of the Okinawan arts. Using this method, some folks find their strength. And whereas they can't find it necessarily here, it's especially seems to be people of slight frame, but you start teaching them to develop that power this way, and it can really make them come alive. So, Shimpo Kempo Karatejutsu. We hope you will like and subscribe. Check out our website. We ask that you ring the bell to receive future notifications about videos, and above all, talk to us. If there's something you want to see, if there's a question you want to ask, if there is a question you want to call, please do that at the website, and we would love to respond to you. Thanks.